I'm gonna show you how I take this old crusty butcher block and turn it into this brand new looking butcher block. Today on Salty Woodworking. Now you don't really need many products in order to make this happen. You just need whatever sander you're gonna use. Basically any orbital sander will work. You can do it by hand, but it would take an absolute lifetime. Sandpaper, I will be going from 80 grit to 120 grit, a spray bottle, and then whatever finish you want to use. The reason I'm only going to 120 grit is because I'll be using Rubio Monaco to finish this, and they only recommend going up to 120 grit. That being said, the reason I'm using Rubio, it is a food safe finish, and this butcher block is actually used as kind of a countertop, so I want to make sure I don't have to worry about any toxins in my finish. If you use lacquer or epoxy or anything like that, that's something you have to worry about as far as like toxins and plastic and stuff like that getting into the food, depending on what kind of finish you use. So Rubio is food safe, but you can also use mineral oil. A lot of people just finish out butcher block with mineral oil. The only downside of it is it dries out relatively quickly. Rubio will be what I use, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started on sanding this. It will take a while because this is in grain, but I'm gonna start with 80 grit and go through and try to get all of these bad spots off and get it down to fresh wood. Let's get started. Now, if you have dust collection, it does help out a whole lot just as far as not having to worry about breathing stuff in. If you don't, make sure you wear a mask because it's a lot of sawdust and you don't want to be breathing that stuff in. So now that I'm finished with sanding with 80 grit, I'm gonna go ahead and water pop it. Whenever you sand, it kind of lays all the fibers over. I'll see if I can get a diagram to put on the screen so it explains a little bit better. But once you water pop it, it makes those fibers that you lay over stand back up. So if you don't do this when you put finish on it, those fibers will stand up and it'll have a rougher finish. So you do this, resand it, and then repeat as many times as you need to. So now that 80 grit's done, I'm gonna water pop it, then move to 120 grit. And after 120 grit's done, I'll water pop it again, sand it again, and then we can put finish on it. Another pretty cool part about it, it kind of gives you an idea of what the finish is gonna look like if you were just doing kind of just a clear coat. So, little preview, pretty cool. So now I'm gonna wait a few minutes and let this dry. Once this dries, I'll hit it again with 120 grit, and then we can move on from there. So now that it's all dry, I'm gonna go ahead and take my 120 grit, put this on my sander, and I'll go through and make a full pass a couple times, make sure I get out all the imperfections on here. Once I'm done with that, I'll water pop it again, and then we can do one more pass. After that, wipe it all down, we'll put finish on it, and she'll be good to go. Let's knock out this 120 grit. Also, tip, if you don't want to forget where you've sanded at, take a pencil and just kind of scribble across everywhere. Once your pencil marks are gone, you know you've hit those areas. If they're still there, you know you got to go over them. Just the easy way so you don't forget on these long sanding projects. All right, now that I got the 120 done, we're gonna go ahead and water pop it one more time. And after that, I'll do one more pass with 120 again. That will have finalized my sanding. Now, I didn't get every single knife mark out of this thing. Honestly, if I had a belt sander, that would have helped out a lot because I'm just too worried about trying to dig into it with my orbital and then leaving divots in it. So if you have a really bad piece of butcher block with a bunch of knife marks in it, a belt sander would definitely be helpful. But let's go ahead and water pop this, sand it one more time, then we're gonna move on to finish. Now, quick thing with water popping, you don't want to like soak the wood. You really just want a light mist and an even coverage over it. So it'll dry within about 5 to 10 minutes or so, sand it off again, and then we're good to go. So now that I have it fully sanded down, I'm gonna go ahead and take a microfiber towel and wipe everything down. This will get majority of the sawdust that's in the grain out. So now that it is all sanded down, wiped down, we're ready for finish. So I'm gonna be using Rubio Monocoat. It's a 2-part system, super easy to use, wipe on, wipe off, and it's done. But you can also use mineral oil or really whatever finish you want to use on it, but I like to do butcher block in a food safe finish. So I'll be using Rubio here. We'll go ahead and mix it up, wipe it on, and we'll buff it off, and then she'll be done. Let's go ahead and mix this up. Okay, so I actually found a can that's already open. I'm gonna just use this last little bit I have. Don't come at me in the comments for not using the accelerator. You don't have to, it just takes longer to cure. So I'm gonna grab a small screwdriver and open this up. Small screwdriver. All right, let's pour some on, we'll spread it on. All right, now that it's all wiped on, what I like to do is take a buffer wheel, put it pretty slow, and then kind of buffs it all even. Now that that's done, I'm gonna take another shop rag and just kind of wipe it over. Make sure I get any excess off of this thing. You could use any kind of towel, just make sure it's a lint-free towel. Just like that, this 14-year-old piece of butcher block is looking brand new again. I'll make sure to leave in the description all the products I use, just so if you want to pick them up, you can use them. But like I said, all you need is a sander and whatever finish you want. It takes some time. I probably spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours just sanding this thing. But instead of buying a new piece of butcher block, this one's perfectly fine. Just takes a little bit of sanding, refinishing, and now it looks brand new again. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. If you did, comment below what you learned, comment below what you liked. Subscribe if you haven't, and as always, get in your shop and build something.